Hello again, it's Baldy Chris. You will now get a chance to see the second floor, but there'll be a little bit of a preamble here. This is the end of the oubliette, the first secret floor in the game, and I mentioned in that video that there's a special piece of armour called the Old Crest, which I'm absolutely going the wrong way to get. It's in this room, not the lower down one. So there we are. And I want to keep that intact for as long as I possibly can on the second floor, and it's difficult to do. There's a trophy attached to that, and whether or not I can manage it remains to be seen. It will certainly make this video sequence a lot easier if I can, because hopefully it'll all play out in sequence. If not, it's going to be pretty discontinuous, and probably a lot of failed attempts to get that old crest and keep it alive. So yeah, here we are on the regular chamber 2, the Gungeon proper. What goodies have I got here? Ooh, the Yari launcher is pretty much a certainty there. That's very good at killing bosses, and that'll be precisely what I save it for. So yeah, let's see what rooms we get on the second floor, and whether I can go without getting hit and keep that old crest alive. A wall mimic. Oh, what an absolute piss take. What an absolute bastard. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to lose the old crest quite that quickly, but yeah, wall mimics, you don't see them often, and they're arseholes when you do. So yeah, that's going to make sequencing these videos tricky. Yeah, there's various types of mimics that you can encounter, and typically you'd need to have a certain level of curse for them to appear, but they can appear at any time, as you've just seen. Most often they'll be posing as chests, and you can tell that they are mimics because the lid of the chest will move every so often, and if you wait long enough you can catch it. If you stick a bullet into the chest, it will give a rude awakening to any mimic that's there. Okay, now you can see mini bosses on the later floors. I don't think you can get them on the first floor. But thereafter you can encounter them and do a bad job against them, as I'm doing. I thought it was me that had died there. I did manage to beat it, and yeah, and there's a variety of them. That was the Ghost of Blockner, Sir Manuel's sworn enemy. What I should have done was use Gatling Gull and the Yari launcher. Right, let's refill the Yari launcher. Or hidden behind some of the cover of the tables. Yeah, I could have basically done that a lot better. There's a few different types. If it's the Fusilier, you will at least get a warning by there being an icon on the map that indicates it's a mini-boss. The others will just catch you by surprise, as that one did, and certainly wouldn't have been able to keep the old crest alive even if that mimic hadn't stole it off us already. Well, it didn't steal it, it gave us damage which destroys it. I mentioned that earlier. That's the means to get to the third floor, the third secret floor. I'm going to buy that while we've got the requisite cash levels, and probably doesn't leave us with the ability to get any other cash. You can get a secondary vendor in some shops. In rainbow mode, the vendors don't have anything for sale. So let's carry on and see what the rest of the floor will give us. Hopefully no more mimics. Yeah, they can be chest mimics. At the end of boss fights, when you get your goodies handed to you on pedestals, the pedestals can be mimics as well. And they're a lot harder to spot than the chests, although the principle is much the same. Sit and study them. If they move, they're a mimic. If you shoot them, they will wake up. Whereas a regular pedestal will not react to bullet damage at all. Okay, finally back to full health. In terms of weaponry, this run's looking quite nice, but in terms of staying out of harm's way and picking up extra health, it could definitely be going better. And it would have made life much simpler if I had kept hold of the old crest. Okay, there's the boss fight. As I think I've said in one of the earlier videos, the best practice is definitely to clear the floor before you go take on the boss, just to improve your chances of getting room drops, extra cash, and hopefully put yourself in as strong a position as possible going into the boss fight. Can sometimes work against you. You can think you'll be able to sort of clear your way around the floor and just end up on your last legs going into the boss fight, but usually it's the case that you tend to strengthen yourself as far as possible and get to open the chests. I'm not going to be able to because Boulder's sitting on them. But then again, he does give me rainbow chests at the start of every level, so I can't get too mad about the way he acts with the regular chests. And that would have been a chest drop for the room, but Bowler has helped himself to it as well. So I don't think we've encountered too many enemies that are unique to this floor. You will start encountering newer enemies as you go down the Gungeon, and weirdly, if you've seen them enough times, they will start appearing earlier on in proceedings. Stuff you wouldn't normally see till later on can start appearing on the first floor. Okay, now this is very likely going to be the altar room. And there's the altar. You can interact with it and helpfully do nothing. So this baffles a lot of people if they haven't been sort of reading up on the game online or checking the wiki or whatever other resources you got available to you. But basically, had we kept the old crest alive until this point, which we spectacularly failed to do, that is where you put it, and that crypt there slides back to reveal the entrance to the Abbey, and it's definitely one of the hardest secret floors to access, because firstly you have to have been to the oubliette, and then secondly you need to keep that old crest intact until such time as you can place it there, which can be quite a tall order to manage both, particularly if you're starting out with the game. Right, on to fight the boss here. It'll be one of a pool of three. The Gungeon is a possibility. I can't even remember who the other two are off the top of my head. Should be able to. Beholster is one. This is the Beholster. And I'm going to remember to activate Gatling Gull and hide behind him. And still get hit. Gatling Gull is a great human shield, but he doesn't shield you from the laser beam. But unfortunately I can't actually blame him there. It was entirely my own mistiming that stopped me clearing it. So another instance of no flawless, which is not what we want. But yeah, Gatling Gull comes in, does a lot of damage on your behalf. Like I say, acts as a human shield as well, and should improve one's chances of picking up a flawless victory. But I can cock it up, yeah, and just making sure that pedestal wasn't a mimic, not that there was anything on the pedestal for us. So that is the second floor, and yep, that's it for now. So the next video in the series should be about the Abbey, but I'm going to have to record that separately since we're now denied access to it on this run. But yeah, please do join me on the channel to see out the rest of this series. whether it be for the Abbey or what's going to come immediately after this recording, which will be the 3rd floor. Alright.